Hi, my name is Chris Adsit. I'm the Global Product Manager for Strength for Matrix Fitness. Today, I'm going to take you through our new medical leg press. This machine is loaded with features and amenities that make it different and better than anything else. So one by one, I'll take you through some of the things that make this product fantastic. So let's start from the back of the machine and work our way up towards the front. The first thing that you can see here in front of me is the bar on the outside. This is an assistant bar that helps people get in and out of machines. So as they get up, they can pull off on the side, pull up on the front, and they have something distinct to be able to grab on. The other nice thing is it provides a contact point for therapists or trainers if they make an adjustment to the foot platform. The first adjustment that you'll see is here. This controls the foot platform and the range of motion start for the user. One nice part about the machine is that it not only enables the user to make the adjustment, it allows the therapist or the trainer from the outside of the machine to make an adjustment. And we did that by adding this feature right here. This little foot pad allows the therapist to simply push down and then make an adjustment, gas assisted, to be able to change the range of motion. So the same function that can happen with the user with a one-handed adjustment and pull and push, the therapist can make from outside the machine. This is one of the examples of where this bar comes in handy for both the user and the trainer. In addition, you'll notice on the front of the foot platform, there are clearly identified areas for foot placement. This allows, again, users to line up their feet, keep them even, and trainers or therapists to be able to identify clear locations of where their patients or trainees were putting their feet so that the next time they do it, they can put it in the exact same spot. So it helps with balance for the body, it helps with recording, and it helps with repeatability and progression. Another nice feature from the outside of the machine are the band hooks on the outside. So you'll notice the blue coloring along the bottom. That's to highlight the fact that there is another option for resistance, and that's elastic. So with the machine, typically with the weight stack, you have isotonic, you have weighted, loaded movement. With the outside band attachments, you can get elastic, so you can do more bounding or combined between both the weight stack and elastic. And that's used by putting bands and looping it down here all the way down there. You'll have 4 different attachment points so that you can loop it in and out, around, or use multiple bands at the same time. You can change resistance, and it's often done with supplies that are already in a clinic or fitness center. So moving into the machine, we have the retractable footrest. Oftentimes when you do a leg press, most of the time it's 2-leg. In therapy, rehab, reconditioning situations, there'll be a lot of 1-leg operation. The problem with that is that other leg needs to go somewhere, so it usually just hangs down on the side of the machine. We've had enough thought to be able to put in something like this that you can pull out easily and then rest your foot on it while the other one performs the exercise. Very simple, clean, and easy to use. Another really unique feature on the medical leg press is the stack lockout and disconnect feature. Located right underneath the user is a switch that allows you to disconnect the weight stack if you want to do rebounding, use the bands, use elastic resistance, or just get range of motion. So in the position it's in now, you'll see the weight stack moves up and down. When the carriage moves, you'll see the weight move. By disconnecting here, you can now move with very little to no resistance and focus on range of motion rather than on weight training or resistance. So when we talk about weight, it's also about the increments of weight. So whether we're jumping up 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and again, therapy, rehab, reconditioning, we want to move up in as small of increment as possible to allow for progression, especially with any type of an injury. So we created an optional increment system that allows you to move up in 2-pound increments. Very simple. Located on the side of the machine, these simple little pieces weigh 2 pounds, and they go directly on the top of the weight stack. So you can move up in 2 pounds throughout the majority of the weight stack, and it's very simply done like that. So when it comes to using the machine, getting in and out of the machine is very important, and we have to make it easy. If you look down here at the pad, you'll notice that it's about the same height as if you were transferring from a wheelchair, as an example. You also have handles that the people hold that are below the seat, so that that transfer in and out of the machine is even easier. With a nice large seat and handles located below, we're able to make the transition to and from the machine much easier. One of the next features on the machine is the adjustability of making for comfort and getting the shoulder pads into a position where they feel comfortable for the user. It's a really simple adjustment, one-handed, as you pull down, gas assisted, right down to the shoulder. Same thing, moving up. When you have users in the machine that have wider necks or thicker traps or even smaller frames, it's important to be able to make them comfortable in the machine. So we have adjustable shoulder pads that can slide in and out depending on the size of the user on the product. Another differentiator of a medical fitness product versus a general fitness product is the adjustment of the back pad. Typical fitness products have a back pad in a fixed location. And that's nice for general fitness, but when you want to have a larger group of individuals that can use the machine, the adjustment of the back pad allows the hips to open and go from a fully upright to a supine position with one simple adjustment. On the back end of the medical leg press, there are 2 features that work well together. One is the carriage lockout. The second is the range of motion limiter. The range of motion limiter prevents the carriage from moving past a particular point. So if you have joint mobility or restrictions, you can lock out the range of motion not to exceed a particular angle. The carriage lockout function takes the carriage as it moves and stops it in that range of motion position. You can do it to where it's unloaded, or you can do it where it's loaded. So what I'll do is I'll show you the function of both. This feature here is the range of motion limiter. As the carriage slides back, it stops wherever that is set. There are markings on the tube that allow a therapist or a trainer to be able to clearly identify the point in space where they're stopping the range of motion. The second feature is located in front of this, here. This is the carriage lockout. In one position, it allows it to come up to the range of motion limiter, stop, and then repeat. So you can limit range during active movement. In the second position, in the lockout position, it'll come up to that point and then fix itself in that spot. So what I'll do is I'll show you the operation of both. In this position, you're getting the carriage moving and stopping at a particular location. That's where I predetermine my range of motion. With an adjustment here, I can now lock the carriage out at that back position. Now a user can get on and perform a basic isometric exercise. If they wanted to do a loaded isometric, you unlock the carriage, select the amount of weight, and push up until that spot. So again, as an example, you would select 50 pounds, come up. It no longer can go any further, but it's not locked, and now the person can perform an isometrically loaded contraction.